Hey beauties, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Riri, and today's video is gonna be a foundation review. Alright beauties, so if you saw my haul video, a few of you asked me to review and show and kind of demo the new Ordinary Serum Foundation. So I'm very excited about this. You guys know that I'm a less is more beauty. I like a more light coverage type of foundation, but I like something that really is more skin-like. I prefer dewy, luminous, those types of things. So this is the Ordinary Light Coverage Serum Foundation Lightweight Serum Formula. I did get the shade 2.1Y. I do have quite a bit of the Ordinary skincare. I need to start using it more often. I was using it a lot last year when I first got all of it. So it is in a little bottle. It is a full 1 ounce like most, and I will put pricing and everything right here and number of shades, of course, for you guys. So I do like the component. I'm going to actually see if it's a locking component. Yes, it is. I appreciate that so much. So I'm going to do things just slightly, just this much different this time. I'm going to go in with my Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm from Touch and Soul. This is a primer that I know and love, have repurchased. It's beautiful and super moisturizing, which is what I need. Then I'm also going to go in on one side of my face just naked with just the skin, and I just have moisturized skin. So I'm going to go into the Glassy Skin Balm first. Really pushing it. I know it looks like a lot, but you guys, I have very dry skin. I don't think people realize how dry my skin is when I say I have dry skin. Like, even my eyelids are dry. I'm going to try to zoom this in once I actually am editing. I mean, you guys, when I say I have dry skin, I have beyond dry skin. So I'm going to do one side with the primer that I know and love. One that I know gives me good moisture. And all I have on this other side is I toned, of course, with my Pixie toner. I just love it, but you can use any toner you like from Walmart, from wherever. And then my ghee from the Crystal Bitch, which I am obsessed with. I'm happy now that it is wintertime because then I can wear my ghee all the time. I just wasn't a super big fan of wearing it out, you know, going outside. All right. And I got really well into my dry spots, which for me is around my eyes, above my eyebrow, and then right in between, like, my little nose crevasses. Okay, we're good there. Let's shake her up. Okay, so again, this is shade 2.1. It does say shake well before use. Dispense a small amount into the palm or back of your hand. Smooth on and blend throughout the face, ideally outward from the midpoint of the face, as I always do, if irritation occurs, etc., etc. So I'm gonna shake her up good. Definitely very liquidy. And I'm gonna unlock it. I do like that it locks. We'll see how long it takes to kind of prime it. Oh, okay, very liquidy, as you can see. And I'm going in with just a BH Cosmetics flat top kabuki brush, as I always do. And you guys know I start at the center of my face. So y'all know I like to just kind of stipple, really pushing the product into the skin in the areas where I need that coverage at, which is just kind of right here. And then I'm gonna softly kind of diffuse everything out from there. And I know it looks a little deep, but it does match my arms and stuff perfectly. And of course, once we blend it out all the way, it's not going to be quite as stark a contrast. And if anyone's like, well, why is your face that much lighter than the rest of your body, Riri? Well, let me tell you why, okay? Because I wear SPF, like an actual SPF, and then I also wear an SPF of 50 powder foundation in the summertime. So my face skin is considerably lighter because it is much more covered. Whereas with my body, I use an SPF of 15 or SPF of 30. So my body gets much darker. Also, the sun comes down from this angle, which means our face, our chin, our jaw lines, okay, they're covering our necks. Therefore, my neck, as you can see, is 85 million shades lighter than the rest of me. So that will be why. And all I do in that case, obviously in the summertime, is literally just blend very well and blend all the way down. Obviously, I don't want to match my face, you guys, because then it's going to look like, you know, it'll look like a weird bobblehead. Not cute. So far I already like this better. It is not settling and showing as much texture as the Rare Beauty one was on me. I feel like the texture honestly is pretty similar. This feels almost kind of more of a dry formulation, and the Rare Beauty one kind of had an oily slip to it. So far so good. Let's do this side without any primer. I don't smell anything. There is no harsh fragrance. The coverage is enough for me. Yeah, already I can tell you I think I like this one better. It's just applying over my drier, you know, textured skin a little bit better. That feels really nice. It does actually feel pretty much like the Rare Beauty one does. Very light in consistency and texture. So you can see it matches my arm. And then we're gonna push it up into the hairline ever so softly. Okay, that feels beautiful. And I really like that even on the side, it is a little bit more luminous on this side, I will say that. But on this side even, it doesn't feel drying or anything like that. Definitely doesn't feel heavy in any type of way. So far, so good. Now, of course, my preferences are going to always be different from somebody else's. I am not a, you know, full coverage matte foundation type of a person. So, you know, what I like, you may not like, and that's okay. Guess what? It's just makeup. We're allowed to do things differently. Okay, so we're going to get up close and personal as we always do. So we have the non-primer side. And the primer side. I definitely like both sides. I think honestly they both look beautiful. I don't see any weird creasing or cracking just yet. I do see an eyelash, excuse me. I do see definitely more luminous kind of quality on this side with the primer, although this is still pretty. We're gonna see if it dries down and if it kind of gathers and shows the texture the way that the Rare Beauty one did. I just wasn't a fan of it. I'm going to refresh, set, spray my skin as I always do. This is the Dickinson's Facial Mist with Rose Water. And this is freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so light and so pretty. I absolutely love it. Got this from my swamp sister. So thank you, Katie. I really love this. And then I always go through with any foundation, doesn't matter what it is. And I just press everybody into place. I will say the coverage is enough for me, and then I will of course go in with concealer and kind of take care of the dark circles. So as for coverage, I think it's beautiful. It's enough for me. Of course you can see that I still have some friends that are not hidden. You can see some dark spots and stuff like that. Overall though, I really like it. I'm definitely preferring it on this side thus far, but we're gonna add some concealer really quickly. So as far as coverage, I think it's beautiful. I think it looks really, really nice. Of course, you can still see, you know, some dark spots, things like that. A couple little friends that were not invited to this party. So we're going to go in with my Kokie Cosmetics Be Bright in medium beige. I've been obsessed with this concealer. Now this concealer is very reminiscent of the Rare Beauty one. You guys know less is more again. I kind of go only where I need to, and this is a thinner formulation, definitely medium coverage, not full coverage at all. But I like the luminous quality that it provides, and it gives enough coverage without being too much, too thick, too cakey, and just the finish of it is really, really nice, as is the Rare Beauty one. So again, if you are a full coverage beauty, these products are probably not for you, and that's fine. I can only base, you know, my thoughts and my opinions, you guys, on what my preferences are. That's why I don't understand why someone will bash another person because of their opinion on a product. This is the Becca Hydra Mist, And I'm very, 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 very softly gonna set the under eyes. And again, I kind of push the product in, and I'm only putting it right there. That's only because I don't want to crease. But again, even then, creasing that, I mean, guys, we're human. So again, I'm kind of pushing the brush into there, very softly kind of walking it across. And then I sweep my powder away instantly. You guys know this. Powder and dry skin, honey, do not mix. We are not friends. Okay. All right. I actually really like this a lot. So far so good. I really do like it. So far I do like it better only because it is not emphasizing and kind of creasing, and I feel like just pulling all the moisture out of my skin. This side though, I'm starting to see is starting to settle down just a little bit. We're gonna watch it. Of course, sometimes it takes a while for our skin to just kind of pull product in and become one, if you will. So I am going to go do the rest of my face. I'm gonna come back and we'll do a check-in in a couple of hours, and then we will do a check-in late tonight. Y'all know that I am a night owl, and we will be back. All right, beauties, we are back. I definitely look a lot different. So far so good. It did definitely dry down slightly more matte on this side than this side, obviously because of the primer, but so far so good. I really love it. I've had it on for a little over an hour now, and I really do feel like, especially this side, is really starting to sink into the skin. There's still some texture kind of showing through a little bit more than I'm kind of used to. I don't mind that, I'm human. But it definitely doesn't feel as drying, and I definitely do not feel like it emphasizes as much texture, and it's not settling in my lines the way that the Rare Beauty one did. Again, I'm only comparing that just because they kind of have similar claims to them. So far so good. So far I really like it. It has played well with the rest of the makeup. It didn't budge or kind of pull up when anything else was applied. So especially for the price point, things like that, it feels really comfortable on the skin. So I will see you guys later on tonight. BRB. All right, beauties, we are back. It is now 9:21 p.m. I started filming when Caleb went into his last class at 1:30, so I'm guessing it was on about 1:45-ish. Of course, it didn't take very long. I love it. Very first impression. Of course, I've worn it now for 8 hours. You can see, I'm also much closer than I normally am. You can see on the side that I did not put the primer at, it's slightly less luminous and dewy than this side is. You can definitely see quite a bit of luminosity, quite a bit of kind of oils and stuff, you know, starting to peek through. I like that. I don't think that it's too much. I know for some people it is. I am going to say, based on this side, even slightly through here, if you have oily skin, I absolutely would use either a mattifying primer or set everything down. Only because, I mean, I'm dry and it's kind of still allowed, you know, some luminosity, some dewiness to kind of peek through. It is not settling. It has not settled. There is still some, I mean, my texture is going to show. There is some texture showing, but it is not in my smile lines. It's not bunched up in my nose. It didn't cling to any dry patches on my brows. I love it. I think I'm definitely going to get some use out of this. I need to invest in getting a wintertime shade, of course. But I really like it. I think if you do have more dry, mature skin, I do think you will like this. Again, if you have oily skin, I definitely would set it just a little bit. And yeah, I'm impressed by it. I think it's beautiful. Again, I know this is too much for some people as far as the kind of dewiness level, but I think it looks really pretty. Again, like a lot of times it's gonna settle a whole lot through here and emphasize my texture a little bit too much. But I think the coverage is beautiful. It feels lightweight. I literally do not feel like I've had anything on my face. Could I maybe blot or maybe just take a little bit of a pressed powder and press just in those areas? Perhaps. But again, I like that. I like that kind of lit from within, dewy, yummy, glowy skin, which is kind of what I was hoping with the Rare Beauty. And again, in kind of speaking, you know, in a comparative type of level, the Rare Beauty foundation is a beautiful foundation. The formulation is pretty. It feels nice. That kind of really pretty oily slip to the skin also feels nice. It just, for me personally, having very dry textured skin, it just didn't work for me, that's all. But this I like. This I like. Also, I'm using the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, and this shit is still looking bomb as hell after 8 hours, so I'm impressed by that as well. So I will definitely say the Ordinary, the Light Coverage Serum Foundation is definitely a win, I think, especially if you have more dry, mature skin. I will be trying this again. I, of course, will be using it some more and updating you guys again. As of right now, though, for an 8-hour wear, I think it's beautiful. Of course, there's some little spots kind of peeking through, and it's not the fullest of coverage. It doesn't claim to be. But this is what I want when I hear about a serum-y type of foundation. Something that literally is going to let my skin peek through. And something that just literally is just going to kind of neutralize everything on my skin. So yes, I definitely like it. I definitely approve. And I think it's really stunning. And I will purchase it again. I would definitely purchase this again. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap that notification bell so that you're notified of any future uploads. Also, don't forget about that little join button right down there so that you can become a dreamer and be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.